Hi, so I actually asked our HR director for our policies regarding tragic events and disasters and accidents, I think was how I phrased it. And I got a bunch of really strange policies back, including like what would happen if we had a technology breach, and what would happen if you lost your laptop or your cell phone and it had information in it. So some that were related to, I guess, technology disasters. But I also was able to find an adverse incident policy and then an emergency action plan. And the adverse incident policy looks like it applies to all staff. And it essentially just describes how to document adverse incidents and then report them to the Office of Investigations and Training at the Addictions and Mental Health Division, and sort of how to report specifically if any of the adverse incidents involve OHP members, and reporting them to Greater Oregon Behavioral Health Inc., because that's the CCO that we work under in Eastern Oregon. And so it kind of just essentially says that this encompasses client injuries, falls resulting in injury, self-mutilation acts, suicide attempts, client-to-client physical altercations, client death, medication errors which result in serious injury or hospitalization, AWOLs and AMAs, sexual misconduct, so like a patient and a patient, or staff and a patient. And then the procedure and policy is pretty much just broken down into like how to report on this subject, and that kind of seems like kind of just like a CYA. It's not specifically addressing any of those things or how we behave in those situations, but just how to report on them. And then it's kind of interesting to me that it applies to all staff, because that, I don't know. I'm specifically thinking about like sexual misconduct, because we have we have peer support specialists that identify as, clients, so that may very appropriately date people within the peer group, not people that they specifically see, but people that are served by our agency. Some of our cleaning crew have been clients in the past, so I don't know. It seems very vague, and I don't even know where it came from, so maybe I don't know, maybe it's copy and pasted, I don't know. And then the emergency action plan is essentially escape procedures and emergency escape route assignments, and then the fire prevention plan, and then the again, also how to report on these things, and protocol that kind of legally has to be set up, and trainings that legally have to be done, and then like all the CFRs are listed, and emergency materials, shelter, emergency medical equipment, and then kind of how often we need to plan, and then how drills will be conducted, and then how to update plans, and how to educate local emergency providers about our plans. So this one's a little more specific to our agency and specific to kind of our culture here and the needs of our organization. And I can definitely tell that this one was created specifically for our agency, so that's nice. But yeah, so looking at these through a trauma-informed lens, the second, well, I mean, I guess you could make a case that CYAs are kind of, in a way, for the health of staff, as far as like liabilities go. they're definitely not geared towards client wellness and towards best practice, but